Hello and thank you for tuning in. You are tuned into Esoteric Guidance and it is 4:44 and 40 degrees outside. I took a snapshot of it and I will post that picture in the community tab on the page just as a confirmation to all of you who need to see it, want to see it, think I lie, whatever. Something that is something that's very surprising to me, really. And I don't mean this in a sarcastic way. And by the way, if you're feeling a little extra sarcastic, you have to determine with what energy and fluidity that comes with, okay? Because your sarcasm could be hiding something. So I know a guy, or knew of a guy in my first jubilee. Yeah, I used to talk like that in a previous lifetime, and sometimes it comes out. But it's like a Sean Elliott type. Is that his name? Sean Elliott? I think that's his name. The Western, the well-known actor whose last name is Elliott. I think it's Sean Elliott. I don't know. Anyway, he talks. That's at least that's the vision that I get. I don't even know how he talks actually, but anyway, I get that image of him whenever that past life image comes up in that whatever that accent is that comes up. Some of you may have heard that, but and in previous videos or whatever. But so it's 44. Okay, so Alexa, what does the angel number 4444 represent?
According to an Alexa Answers contributor,
Alexa, cancel. Alexa, YouTube.
Here is YouTube.
Let's look up this angel number. And I'm going to do it like this. I normally wouldn't even go through this, but because it seems so, yeah. Let's take a look real quick. Good morning to you, wherever you are. I hope you are doing well. And, okay. The angel number 4444 represents strength and resilience. It serves as a reminder of your inner power and encourages you to harness this strength in all areas of your life. The 4444 angel number symbolizes mental fortitude, urging you to trust your inner wisdom and intuition as guides in navigating life's challenges. Okay, so thank you, universe, for the 4444 confirmation this morning. I love how it was 4:44 and 40 degrees. I just love that. And confirmation with that horn, that train horn. So something that I've come to realize, and I'll be going live later on for those of you, to give you a heads up. But something that is it's really kind of blowing my mind right now, and has been for a minute. I guess it's just coming more and more and more. It's just becoming more and more obvious, or the the stark contrast is just becoming really, 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 really clear. So someone might think that it's okay to live in the gray areas, I can say for certain, I don't know if I have any gray areas in my life today. I might have to think about that. It would take a while because I've cleared out so much. And if you are on that journey, then kudos to you. You deserve an applause because it's not easy. And I can say for sure, and I'll be going into a little bit of this more in depth in the live, but I can say for sure that the reason why the spiritual journey was pushed to the side, um, uh, um, you know, thousands of years ago, the reason why spirituality was pushed to the side and paganism and religiousness began to rule and reign is because paganism and religiousness is much easier to go with, because it requires less. Okay? So the pagan way of doing things, the Catholicism way of doing things, the Christianic way, the Protestant way, the Mormon way, the Methodist way, all of those ways are much easier than spirituality. Spirituality requires dedication. Religiousness requires AI, artificial intelligence. That's what religion requires. So, once you set it up, it's kind of on autopilot, you know? To most people, they have no idea where they really need to congregate on a Sunday morning. They just take their ass back to the same fucking seat they've been sitting in for however long. I used to do that shit. I did it for 20 years. But I was there as a judge. Those motherfuckers didn't know it. Surprise, bitch. Okay, they didn't know it though, but that's okay. We all learn at different rates and paces, and yeah, okay. But once you find that out, you don't take the one who's still needing to learn their ABCs and put that motherfucker in high school. You don't do that, right? You don't do that. You leave them right there until they learn their lesson in that grade, and then they move on. But you've already moved on, so they're forever behind. And that's what Central Florida's finding out. That's what Ohio's finding out. That's what California's finding out. Alabama, Georgia, Oklahoma, Nevada, New York, North Carolina, South Carolina, Germany. That's what they're finding out. Okay, wherever those places resonate are for you, that's what they're finding out. Okay, if your light is shining the way that it should be. Okay, so people go to religion because it's easier. It's much easier to stick with one book than to have 45 different books laying around. And so, but the truth of the matter is, Divine didn't just give one book, He gave many. Okay? You are a book. And the more of us that wake up and realize this, yeah. Um, so that's why people choose religion over spirituality. Spirituality requires dedication and it requires focus. Okay? So you have to pay attention to synchronicities and things when you are spiritual, right? I know some religious people who claim to pay attention to synchronicities, right, Kim? They claim to pay attention to synchronicities, right? And they either pay attention to the synchronicities for dark and evil reasons so that they can know what's going on in your life. So for instance, if they know you are a certain year on a birth for certain birthdays coming around. So let's say, for instance, we saw 44 today. So let's say you're turning 44 this year. Okay? Those who are religious but operate in dark energy could see that. You're coming into the year 44. So those ignorant, low vibration ass people, they're humans. They're humans. Okay, they know the significance of 44. Again, the devil's not ignorant. He's smart. That's why he's able to do what he's able to do. He's smart. He's clever. He's witty. Okay. And so, and she, whoever, again, there are definitely, hey, listen to me, listen to me, listen to me. I realized this years ago, many, many years ago. For every dog out there, there's a bitch. Sounds like a Snoop Dogg song or Dr. Dre song from the early 90s. For every dog, there's a bitch. Okay? So people walking around talking about men are dogs. Men can't be dogs without a woman being a bitch. It's just the way it goes. Okay? So learn to look at things in a duality, from a duality perspective. Okay? And stop clumping things into categories wrongfully. Okay? And ignorantly. Don't do that. Okay? Because trust me, okay, I've never dated a dog like a man because I don't roll like that. But I've dated plenty of bitches. Okay? So, again, both sides. Being fair, looking at both sides. This is something that the world has failed to do. Again, because that's what religion, that's what paganism is. Okay, as we all begin, or most of the world celebrates the birth of Christ in the middle of winter. Yeah, okay. You go sit your ass out in the middle of the desert in December and try to have a fucking baby in a tent. You tell me if you're going to be successful. Go ahead and try it. In the northeastern continent of Africa. It wasn't in December. Again, look at all that man says. Man says that there were two animals, 2 by 2 on the fucking ark. Again, it was 7 of every clean and 2 of every unclean. Go back and read it again. Go back and read it again. Okay? So religiousness is for lazy ass people. Okay? And I don't do guilt trips. Again, and I don't do threats. Okay? For those of you who are seeing my Facebook posts, I don't do threats. Okay? Warriors and soldiers, spiritual assassins, there are no threats. We are judges. Okay? And we are jurors. And we are executioners. So there are no threats. If I speak something, put your money on that bitch, it's going to happen. Okay? So I spoke of something happening outside of the regular hurricane season or storm season or whatever, something being out of season, but it being a natural disaster. It's going to happen. Before the whole tsunami thing in California, the night before, during meditations, Highest Divine White Light gave me San Andreas Fault and the Ring of Fire. Okay? So there's something, again, the Ring of Fire is in a different location. You have to look that up for yourself. Okay? It's in South America. Or the Southern Hemisphere, I guess, or whatever. So, why do humans choose? I'm reminded, you remember in the movie, those of you who have seen the movie Malcolm X, I've seen that Malcolm X and Forrest Gump, 2 men who lived their authenticity or learned to live in their authenticity. regardless of what the world thought or how the world saw them. It's 5 o'clock exactly. Okay. To the daughter who I thought was mine, her birthday is today. Happy birthday, Kimberly Annette Thomas. I hope your stupid ass isn't karmic. Okay, I hope you're waking up to the fucking truth. All right. Whether I'm your father or not. Okay. I didn't desert you. You karmic ass fucking guy that you think is God, Lord, or a savior, or a whoever, a king. That stupid fucker used witchcraft on your mother and convinced her to leave me in 1998 when I was sent to Germany. Okay. When I finished military intelligence, well, not military intelligence school. When I finished, that was later. When I finished 31 Fox School in Augusta, Georgia. Okay. So whatever you've been hearing all since you were 3 years old, whatever you've been hearing is a fucking lie. I can guarantee you that. If you want to know the truth, Kimberly Annette Thomas, you reach out to me. I have no fucking reason to lie. You want to stay attached to dark ass karmic motherfuckers for the rest of your fucking life? You have every right to. Just like Martise. You have every right to. But I guarantee you, your life, because of who you are connected to and her life, it will be getting bent over for the rest of your life until, until. So, happy birthday. I hope you're following your dreams. So, that's why people choose religion. That's why they choose it. Because it's easy. It's easy every day to get up and think about a God who is out there somewhere waiting for you, confirmation with the air conditioning kicking on, or heat, or that's an air conditioning. That's interesting. It's 40 degrees outside. To show up to some place every week and depend on some God that's out there in the far and by and feel like you working, that one day you're going to die and you're going to receive this big bright prize at the end of the day on all your long, hard, tumultuous journeys. You're going to walk into heaven, and then you're going to be blessed in all your days. You live 55 years, then that's going to be good. You live 85 years. Then that really? You really do think that you, as a being, you really do believe that you really think that's how it is? You really think that? Think about that for a minute. You worship an infinite God and you really think that that's all that is. You don't think you've ever had any other previous lives, okay? Other incarnations. You don't know? An infinite God that created all that we see, stars, universe, galaxy, right? Gaia, Anthea, Mother Nature. You think, really, the most amazing species of animals above and in the water, on land, you think that they would have you to be a robot and a pagan, a peasant, for, again, how many, 60, 30, 50, 20, or how many ever years, die in hopes that you would be swept off into some sweet by and by? You really think that that's the journey here? 505, flip 5 was from my peripheral at flip 505 on the video timer. And now it says 37 degrees, okay? So that's a 10-10, 37 and 505, okay? So life is vastly deeper than what the newspapers have told you, than what your minister has told you. Again. Let me ask you a question. And I use this scripture because I love it. It's the one that I'm on right now. That's really so obvious. I like pointing out the stupidity of man. I like doing that. In case you haven't seen that. I like pointing out the stupidity of man. I like embarrassing man with man's information. And that's not me, that's Avarat. Likes to embarrass man with man's information. Oh, so you think that's how it is? Let me show you something. Okay? So, it is amazing to me that even those who follow that book, that Bible, I call it the religious book. I don't call it, it's not. Anyway. So I like pointing out the stupidity of man. So even in that book, the scripture that I'm on right now, it's a couple of them, right? Matthew 6:22, confirmation burp. Matthew 6:22. If you will open up your eye, you will begin to see clearly. Plain as day right there. Plain as day. In Matthew 6, verse 22. From the good old King James Version Bible. Thou shalt, if thou wilt, I don't even know what it says specifically because I haven't looked at that version of the scripture. If thou wilt open up thine eye, thine shalt see clearly, and no longer be subdued by the whims and whimsicals of the 3D matrix that thou hast been burst into to bring about a change. That doesn't go in anything in even remotely close to that. They wouldn't have put that in there if it said that. They would have left that out. Okay? That's why you don't know what Yeshua did from 13 to 29, because they don't want you to know. You can find out, but you have to do that work on your own. Again, work. Again. So there is something, okay, so I see where you're going. Thank you. Okay. So there is something about a people who are spiritually lazy and a people who are spiritually diligent. And there is the separation. Spiritually lazy and spiritually diligent. Okay? This might even flow into your natural work ethic, your 3D work ethic. So as a 3D employee, how do you function? Are you always late? Are you can't wait to leave? Are you can't wait to lunch? Do you take breaks even though you've taken one in the morning? Do you take breaks even though you've taken one in the afternoon? What's your work ethic? I can tell you without a doubt and for certain, I am a work horse. And I say I am. I don't even like that. Well, I like that I am, but I don't like I am pointing to the physical person with the social security number. I don't like that. Okay? There might be something about your social security number. You might need to be issued a new one. Okay? So what is your physical work ethic? I am a work horse. Confirmation with the horn. I am a work horse. Oh shit. Come on now. Come on now. Shit. So anyway. Oh yeah. Oh, we have visitors in the area of the world that I am in. We have visitors that are paying attention to the astrological things that are happening, the energetic things that are happening in the sky and things like that in this area, which is interesting because I was telling an Uber driver once, and then I'll get back onto laziness and diligence. A Uber driver once, that being here, uh, uh, I don't know. I'm sure there are as clear skies in other places, and maybe even clearer skies. I don't know, but I've never lived anywhere. And I remember this when I was here for military intelligence school, 22 years ago. Again, 22. That's a four. So about about the number four. Most High is just sharing something with me about family and the number four and how. Yeah. So anyway, yeah. So how is it that we have become such a lazy society when it comes to I hear our wherewithal, but humans think man is dumb, and I've mentioned this before. Humans think man is dumb. Okay? But it's the humans that are dumb. Okay? The man was created by most light, or yeah, highest divine white light, most high, however. Okay? Again, the power, right? When they speak of, even in a religious book, when they speak of the name that carries the power that the people were afraid to speak of, that name is not Jehovah, it's not Yahweh, it's not God, it's not Elohim, it's not El Shaddai, and I enjoy most of those names. I don't use Jehovah, but yeah, right. Depending on just depending. Right? But Aravat and Avarat are that is the name. That is the name. And that's why you won't find that bitch but in a couple of places throughout all of the canonical texts that are available today. That name is so rarely mentioned because that is the name. That is the name of the Alpha and Omega. That is the name of the dual masculine feminine energy. Okay? That is the pneuma. That is the balance. That is its name. Okay? That's the power. But again, they don't want you. Oh, man. You know what, universe? It's 5:14, okay? I didn't. It's dark, I have to look over at the clock in order to see the time. I look over and it's 5:14, like it's another 5:05. It's still 37 degrees, and so 444-555. Can it get any more synchronistically? It's seeming more synchronistic than that. It can. Right. I've seen 222 this morning already, and I've seen it twice, and then I got a verbal confirmation. No, I heard it. I saw it once, and then got a verbal confirmation. It was two confirmations. But that's what's your work ethic? I've been on jobs and they had to make me take vacation. Literally on the job for a year plus. They were like, "Do you take day? Well, you gonna?" I'm like, "No, the weekend's good. I'm whatever time I. Yeah, I'm not. I don't run the streets. Again, midnight rambling, 4 day traveling. I don't. That's not me. So you know, when I did, and that's one of the things that's changing as well. By the way, like the even the casual drink, like it's. Mm, when I did my staycation, I brought ancestors. A couple of things, and I said ancestors. I brought ancestors. um, we should all be so comfortable, and I'm getting even more comfortable. Again, I'm here as a demonstration. Don't be looking at me like I do all my shit correct or what I get everything right or whatever. Today I might, and that's true. Today I might, but I'm so focused and that nothing's stopping me. So, but it hasn't always been like that. I've had karmic choices and things, and giving a child up for adoption or what I believe was up for adoption. It might be something shitty that happened with that process some 20 years ago or whatever, or 19 years ago or whenever that was. By the way, that person's name is Cindy or Cynthia. Her last name is Garcia. She is Latina and from New Jersey, just for synchronicity's sake, in case any of that resonates with you. Okay? And so her father's name is Mario. I don't remember her mother's name. I sat next to her father for a year during dialysis, years after we dated, and a decade after we dated. Life is so synchronistic if we would just pay attention. Most people don't pay attention, and they're not open to it. Most people are not open to the humans are not open to the synchronicities of it. Oh, that's where I was going. Thank you. So with the humans and the man thing, so humans think man is dumb. That's why humans put things on warnings on packages that are just ludicrous and really just unnecessary. But they really need to do that for the humans, not for man. So they put on a box of knives, keep out of reach of children. Only a low vibrational imbecile would not see that object and understand its abilities and not keep it out of the reach of a child. Only a moron. So man thinks, or humans think, man is dumb. But in truth, the humans are the low vibrational ass midgets. Humans are, until they transform themselves. Okay? And you can. All right? So, there are those out there who, with their smear campaigns, they talk shit about me, about you, about the collective, because we no longer give a fuck, or they think they made us. Let me tell you something. And it's dark outside. I put my face in the camera. Let me tell you something. I don't care who the fuck you think you are. I don't care how bad I beat your ass, physically or spiritually. I'd do both if your ass was in front of me. I'm already doing one. Me, my ancestors, Erevat and Avarat, Sanhedrin Council, Galactic Federation, Archangels, Ascended Masters. Many of our, I just heard evil twins. Hot damn. Many of our evil twins are receiving ass whoopings right now. So if you have an evil twin, not Wonder Twin, nope, that's different. For those of you who are 70s and 80s kids, not a Wonder Twin, no. Okay? A wonder twin is a divine union. Okay? For the evil twins, you know, they say there's, in twins, often one is good and one is evil, right? Or better hearted. I'm thinking of Tia and Tamara. I don't know why. Right? You might know someone whose name is Tia and Tamara. I know a Tia and a Tamara. The Tia, her real name, her legal name is Patricia. Okay? But she goes by Tia. All right? She's an evil satanic bitch. Her smile even looks like it. But you'd have to step back and look at her to see that. All right? And then the other is Tamara, and her last name is Phillips. She's a part of the Rock of Central Florida and Sanford, Florida. Okay? And she's the one who told me about a download she got in 2013 that we are now seeing a second prophecy to. Tamara, I told you that a soldier's heart is never revealed in garrison. I sent you that Instagram message a couple of days ago. Nobody's responding to me. That's how you know when motherfuckers running scared. You want to know if somebody running scared? When it's quiet. That's how you know motherfuckers running scared. Because all the chatter has ceased. At least against you. Okay? So for anybody out there who thinks that they made the collective, anybody out there who thinks, I made him, I made her, if I didn't come against them, they would have never known who they. Let me tell your dumb drunk ass something. Let me tell your dumb drunk ass something. I told you when I met you, whenever that was, 03, 08, 012, 2012, 14, 18, 19, 22, 13, whenever I met you, if I talk to you personally long enough, you have heard me say that I was going to travel the world and I was going to be meeting with world leaders. In my mind, the mind, it's not my mind, in the mind, I thought it was for financial reasons, because I was an accountant. So again, me being open to my gifts and talents, making room for me. People are afraid of that too. Okay? That's found in the good book. Go look at that scripture. Allow your gifts to make room for you and place you before mighty men. That's in the good book. So, and that's not through manipulating, conniving, mischievous, devious, narcissistic ways. It's not through those traits, characteristics, or energy portals that we, the collective, are walking into what we are walking to or have received what we have received. Because many are already on their throne. Okay? So, and I mean that in the 3D. Okay? So, are you allowing your gifts to make room for you? Because, again, as a demonstration, just like Issa, that's Jesus for those of you who are religious. If you want to know why shit moves slow for you, it's probably because you call the one who came, the nice one who came. I'm not the nice one. The nice one who came for the unbeliever, you call him Jesus or Jesus. That's probably why things move slow for you. Call them by their right name. You might get a better response. Issa, Sir Issa. Okay? Yeshua, Yeshua. And I said, Sir Issa. Okay? Ascended Master, Issa. Okay? Ascended Master, Yeshua. Okay? You get a better response when you call people by their right name. Okay? In a crowd full of people, somebody yell out, "Hey, nigga!" I ain't turning around. Cause why? Cause I'm not a nigga. Why the fuck would I turn around? You ain't talking to me. That's not my name. And if you talking to me, you better call me by some other name or figure out another way to get my attention. Cause I'm not honoring that. Okay? Or black man. Call me whatever you want to. But if it's not correct, I'm not responding. I'm not a black man. Okay? So, to all that, fuck your political bullshit I just heard. So fuck your political bullshit. Okay? There is no black man. I heard somebody say recently that African American is that whole African American thing is part of the whole brainwashing whatever. Okay? What I do know for a fact is that the only way that you can be an African American is if you are born in America and then become a citizen of an African country, or you were born in an African country and then become a United States of America citizen. Then you are an African American. Otherwise, your ass a brown ass fucking American, or you are an African from Africa, motherfucker. Don't put the fucking sugar away. Put the powdered sugar away. Put the powdered sugar away. Okay? Put that shit away. All your artificial coloring and food coloring, put all that shit away. I'm talking to a baker. Put all that shit away. Be who you are. Okay? You want to lick pussy? Do that. Don't be ashamed of it. If that's what you want to do, that's the lifestyle you want to live, and you got one, do it. Just understand that that's not a blessed union and it's not divine, and your ass will never be in that situation. You want to suck dick and you got one? By all means, do it. But understand, there's karma that comes with that. Okay? Understand. Okay? That's not divine. That's not blessed. I don't care how much fucking money you got. Okay? I don't care. We all have gifts and talents. If I went out there and shook my ass, I could make more money than I got. But I'm not doing that. Why? Because my sweet, sexy ass love me too much. I ain't shaking my ass up there for so fucking money for somebody to degrade me like that. No, shake my ass for one person, and I don't even know who that is. So today I just shake it for me. Right? So we need to learn. How we can change our perspective and learn more than what man is telling us, I guess is where I was going. Learn more than what man is telling us. And humans. Learn more than what humans are telling us. Right? Back to that whole keep knives out of the reach of children. Okay? Why do you need to tell me to keep the Clorox out of the... Why? Am I so careless of a human? The answer is yes. Am I so careless of a human that I would leave chemicals harmful to my starseed baby that I just gave birth to? Am I so careless of a human being? Yes, you are. Humans are that careless. That's why the shit happens. And that's why they print the stuff on the boxes. Because it happens. Because humans are... I'm hearing, you can't see me. You blind, baby. "2020 visualize." That's Tupac. I'm all up in your face. Niggas still can't see me. I was all up in their face for 20 years, 30 years, 50 years, All up in their face, Judy. All up in their face, Kevin. They didn't want to see me, and they didn't want anybody else to see me. By the way, I look forward to meeting my real family, or whoever my real whatever is, for those of you who are still in the 3D. But yeah, so there's been visitors here, okay, for the esoteric activity that's been going on. But it's great because, again, the sky is clear here, at least on most nights, and it's great. So understand, collective, understand. They might try to take your glory and claim that they made you. But them motherfuckers know deep down inside that your purpose was your purpose, and it was going to be fulfilled with or without their additives or their artificial flavoring. Okay, again, I'm on the whole baking thing, and there's a fucking reason for that. Right? Also, that daughter, or whatever, Kimberly, whose birthday is today, she, last time I had a conversation with her was 2010. She told me that, so there might be something about 14, okay, or 7, right, or 5, again, hello. So she told me that she wanted to be a chef. Okay, that's what she told me she wanted to be back in 2010. Again, I hope she's fulfilling her purpose, and whatever that is, and blessing bodies to be healthy and better and more free flowing in what they ingest. And again, that is also very important. I eat very little every day. I really do. I eat very little every day. I have to make myself pretty much eat something on most days. It's just the way that it is. Because I eat to live, I don't live to eat. And eating is not I don't know, it's a focus of mine. And then when I do eat, I've learned and learning to eat for my higher self. I'm learning to eat for my higher self. Okay? Going to Taco Bell every day is not eating for your higher self. Okay? KFC is not eating for your higher self. Okay? I have a pizza day once a month. I order a pizza once a month. Okay? And again, you've heard me mention, those of you who've been a part of the channel, if I do have a challenge, it's pastries. But even that is weaning. Even that is going away. Right? Yeah, right? So, yeah. They will try to take your glory, but they can't take your honor. They will try to take your glory, collective, but they cannot take your honor. Because your glory comes from external sources. You can see glory as the way others see you. Okay? But your honor comes from your ancestors. Your honors come from above. Your honors, I'm saying honors. Your honors. Your honors come from, so many honors. Many honors. Many honors. I'm seeing a specific vehicle in my mind. There might be something about a black Bentley Continental, a GT or something. That's the 2-door coupe. Um, so, again, it's funny how quiet it is. People have every avenue available to get in touch with me and to make their wrongs right, but no one's doing it. Collective people have all the means they need in order to correct things with you, but they're not, for whatever reason. Pride, jealousy, stubbornness, any other illness, any other dis-ease. Who knows? They need to have an ego death. They need to have an ego death. That's what needs to happen. But that ego death is going to happen, whether it's an ego death that translates into also a physical death, or that's an ego death that translates into them ascending spiritually, okay, and bettering themselves to continue their journey here in the 3D. Those are the only two choices. Again, no gray spaces, no gray spaces, no gray spaces. Paganism allows for religiousness, or religiousness and paganism allows for gray areas. Spirituality requires work. Anything that requires work has far less people in it than they're on the outside looking at it. Anything that requires work has far less people in it than there are people on the outside looking at it. Think about it. What does it take to become an NFL player? What does it take to become a professional golfer? What does it take to become professional at anything, or to become the best in a field at anything? What does it take? Dedication, stick-to-itiveness, faithfulness, diligence, right? Takes those things, okay? Saying no when your friends want to go out and you know you need to stay in to do whatever work you need to do. Getting rid of the friends that continue to get you out into situations that you know do not serve your highest good, whatever. Okay? That's how you get there. That's why there are fewer players that make it to the highest level, spiritually or physically, and in any way you want to think about it. That's why there are fewer people that make it to the top. That's why the 1% control the 99%. Because only 1% is willing to really truly do the work. The other 99% is stuck between Genesis and Revelation. In their routine, supposedly beautiful, systematic way of doing things. So, allow them. Dr. Dre made a song called The Roach or something. I don't know. Might be significant. By the way, two thoughts. And I wrote this down in one of my journals. I shared that journal, those two journals, on this platform. If you are interested in hearing about the last 10 years of my physical journey here, 2024. So in our in our pursuit, of whatever we believe that we are to pursue, whatever the life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Okay. And life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. oh, thank you. Okay. So collective, don't let, I think I left that probably fragmented. Okay. Don't let them take your honor. So whenever your time comes, whenever your moment comes, and for all of us who are raising the vibration of this planet as we raise the vibration of ourselves, okay? Because if you do not raise the vibration of, let me tell you something. Let me say this. Let me say this. Check the trees. Check the trees. Okay? So, for a moment, go with me in the imagination, not my imagination, in the imagination. Go with me in the imagination. Okay? And imagine us as trees. Some are withered, some are full and green and fruit bearing. Okay? Some are in a regrowth process, right? Some of us are going through something similar to a molting process. Some of us have been through that molting process. That molting process can also be considered a dark night of the soul. Confirmation. Okay? I wouldn't consider an ascension a molting process. To me, an ascension is far easier than the molting process. Okay, because with the molting process, you have to pull feathers out and things. And I'm not a bird this lifetime, but I am a peacock. And for those of you who understand that, then you'll know. Okay. So in this tree, this vision of this tree, look at the trees around you. Are they bearing fruit? Do you see miracles happening in those lives of the people around you? Do you see them? The miracles, not the people. Do you see the miracles happening within the humans around you? Or extraterrestrials or reptiles, whatever. And the beings around you. If you do not see the fruit, okay? And when I say fruit, I don't mean what they're driving and what they're living in. Anybody can go out there and get a house and buy a car. Come on now. Come on now. Come on now. Come on, Malcolm. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Anybody can go out there and buy a house or buy a car. But what really defines a man is his integrity. What really defines a man is their word. What really defines a man is their ethics. Do they produce what they say? Do they live what they speak? This is what defines a man. by any means necessary. Confirmation. Your latter work, Malcolm. Your latter work, Malcolm. Your latter work. Was not in vain. Your latter work was not in vain, Malcolm. And as you stare me in the face, man might try to take your glory, Malcolm, and they did. But your honor, is right here. It's right here, Malcolm. It's right here, brother. It's right here. It's right here, brother. It's right here. So, thank you, Spirit of Malcolm X. Born Malcolm Little. But again, despise not the day of small things. I embody his fierceness. I embody his ferociousness. They didn't embrace your throat chakra, Malcolm. They didn't embrace your throat chakra, Malcolm. Now they have no choice. Now they have no choice. Was not expecting that, but I am always open to it. Thank you. Despise not the day of small things, Malcolm Little. It is oh shit. Come on now. It's 5:50. It's 5:50. And getting ready to hit 105 on the actual video timer. The phone was laying down, just hit 105 and 5:50. So, Alexa, when is Malcolm X's birthday?
Malcolm X was born on May 19, 1925.
Okay, so he's a Gemini, or no, he's a Taurus. Almost a cusp baby. Mm. 25. Talking about fives. 555. 1925. Alexa, when did Malcolm X pass? He was assassinated, but
Malcolm X died on February 21, 1965, at the age of 39.
he was 6'4". I always thought that was the perfect height for a man, 6'4". So 2, 21, 65. That's an 11. 21, 777. 11, 777, 11. That breaks down Malcolm X's assassination date. If you understand synchronicities, then that probably popped something. Okay? Gemini is my moon sign. Okay? And 39, that's also that's a 12. Okay? That's also 369, by the way. 39 is 369. So if you're seeing 39, you should probably sit down and find some quiet place and hear what your ancestors want to say. And that's with any synchronicities that you see. So, thank you, collective. I just knew that I wanted to share what was in me immediately. And there's no surprise that I've seen that movie as many times as I've seen it. I started out saying that I've seen Malcolm X and Forrest Gump more times than I've seen any other movie in my lifetime. What's Love Got to Do with it is up there too. But that's because I like the alchemy work that Anime Bullock did to become Tina Turner. Kudos to you, girl. 11/26, that baby was born. 11/26, that baby was born. She's such a badass. She's such a badass. Let me look at that. Alexa, when was Tina Turner born? See what
Tina
comparison
Turner
to
was
Malcolm
born
X.
on November 26, 1939.
Oh, okay. 11/26. I already knew that. So she was born on the 330th day of the year, by the way. 33. 33. She was born on the 33, by the way. I know some sorry asses that were born on that day. Because, again, it doesn't mean anything just because you were born on that day. Again, there might have been serial killers born on 11/29. That's the 333rd day of the year. Okay? That's the day I was birthed this lifetime. There might be serial killers born on that day. I'm a type of killer, but it's not that kind. Okay? Oh, man, it's about to turn 5/5. Okay, people. Oh, come on. I just said it. Do you know how in sync we are? Do you know how in sync we are right now? I said it the other day. I said, I bet a flower can grow in my hand. I said that. Collective. What are you doing today? Proceed beyond yourself. What are you doing today?